Nieve. Nieve. Oreo. Did she walk you? Yes, she did. Nieve. Chaos. So let's sit down and have a chat while I eat my cookies. This is my afternoon snack. Have a latte, not hitting the spot quite in the same way as what I wanted, but I'm also trying to avoid spending excess money at Starbucks and other coffee purveyors of better quality. But it is what it is, and it works. It meets my need and gives me the fix. So, keep cup is broken. I spilled some of my milk as I was pouring it. I can't ever get the right kind of froth for latte art, but I always want to try, so that didn't work out. So if I put the lid on wrong, it spills over the side, but if I put it on just the right way, I can still use it, which means that I only end up using it at home on the off chance that it will spill if I'm in the car or something, but it's fine. I figured I would rather try to make use of it as long as it's still functional than just toss it, because what is the point of that? I thought of like trying to repair the glass, but that's not my forte. It works. Anyhow, you may have noticed that I have not posted much regularly lately. Multiple reasons. The most pressing of which is that I've been heavily editing. So working on my novel. Had some lackluster success with the betas. I always have a hard time finding betas who will actually follow through. I have a handful who are great, and I've worked with in the past who have given me great feedback. And if you know who you are, you know who you are. But I often struggle to find betas who actually do the work, who commit to it. I get a lot of people who ghost me, and that is the rudest thing. Like, if you tell someone that you're going to do this for them, yes, it is volunteer work. It's free. I do it for other people. I get it if you can't do it. Like, just tell me that you're sorry and you overcommitted. I'm fine with that. I would rather have someone tell me, hey, sorry, I took on more than I could chew. I really don't have time for this right now. Or, hey, can I do this some other time? Can I get back to you for your next round or something? I would much rather get an honest, sorry, but I can't do it, than just someone ghosting me. I really don't feel like chasing someone for 2 months in order to see if they've even bothered. I had one person who actually did admit that she was like, oh, hey, yeah, I kind of forgot that I agreed to do this, and I don't really have the time right now. And I was like, cool, thanks for letting me know. No pressure. I totally get that. I am not an unreasonable human. Most people say that I'm actually pretty patient and pretty easygoing, so people who work with me usually realize that I'm not the kind of person who will either run you into the ground or be unreasonable in my expectations. I have very high expectations for myself, but I am not as exacting of other people, because I can't be. I can't really control other people. People have lives and people have needs. So I've been struggling with that. Going through the feedback from the 2 betas who did give me a response and gave me quality feedback. I've been going through that, so I've been working my way through the edits. And amid all that, just dealing with family stuff. If you've been following me for a little while, you may have realized that I do live alone, but I have elderly parents who live in town. We live in separate homes, and so I have 2 commitments. So I've had to spend some weekends helping my dad. I've had to spend some, multiple trips to grocery stores for my mom. I've been handling all her billing for the last year and a half because she can't really go to the mailbox and she doesn't know how to do online billing stuff. So I've been doing all for her. Anyhow, it's been a lot. And so essentially I've been a distance caretaker for 2 elderly parents in some ways, and my grandmother who has Alzheimer's, who is in my mom's home and is bedbound at this point. Like, her Alzheimer's is far enough along that that's the reality. But last week, as of this filming, last Friday, it is now Wednesday, my grandmother did test positive for COVID on Monday. On Friday, she started to develop symptoms. On Wednesday before then, so like a week ago, we learned that her home health aide, the one person that they are regularly exposed to, both my mom and my grandmother, did not have the vaccine. She is one of those people who would, she's literally been putting baking soda up her nose because someone told her that this would work. So she's one of those people who read some nonsense on Pinterest or Facebook or YouTube or whatever and decided, hey, I'd rather do this thing than actually listen to science. And yeah, I have no patience for you if you're coming on here with anti-vax nonsense. Like, just get out. So she was sticking baking soda up her nose and saying that that would prevent COVID. It did not. She obviously caught COVID and spread it to all her clients, all of whom are elderly, all of whom are dependent on her for assistance. And before you ask, why wasn't she vaccinated? Well, I live in Florida. So just go Google it. Just go see what Florida's like right now. So she did not have it. Her company could not force her to get it, even though the person who runs the company has been trying to encourage the aides to get vaccinated. She says she's gotten a lot of pushback and a lot of them refuse. So at this point, my mother and my grandmother have no one to help them and also have COVID. My mom, as of today, is unconfirmed, but the chances are pretty high that she has it. She is the sole caretaker as of last week. My grandmother needs to be fed, washed, cleaned, everything. So she is up in her face. Even with her mask on, you can't really put a mask on my grandmother. She'll just yank it off. She has no sense of reason. You can't reason with her at this point. So it's been difficult. I can't really help them. I can't go over there. I have my own health issues that make me anxious as it is about daily life. And I can't risk going over there and getting COVID from them. Now, we're all vaccinated. I will say that if nothing worse happens, this will have been a pretty easy illness for them. My grandmother had a fever for 3 days. It did not go higher than 100.6. Her doctor sent her a bunch of medication as a preventative for on the off chance that she developed like a bacterial infection or something in addition to COVID. So she's been taking some, I guess, prophylactic medication, I guess is what you would call it at this point. Like, it's medication to try to prevent something else. And her supplements, the doctor also told her to boost her vitamin C intake, you know, the stuff that doctors are recommending because there's no cure for this thing. So you just recommend what you can, what might alleviate. Palliative care is what we called it. So she's doing okay. I mean, I'm anxious that this might take a turn, but she has broken the fever as of Monday. She has since, it's now, you know, been over 24 hours since she's had a fever. Then it kind of like went up and down between 98 and 99, but she's since been at 98. So about a solid day and a half since she hasn't gone any higher than 98 now. So it was about 4 days of fever. She had no other symptoms. She my mom says she sneezed twice and had one cough before her fever went up. So yeah, her vaccine obviously helped. My grandmother is about, I think she's 90 now, 89 or 90. Like I said, her health is fine, but she has terrible Alzheimer's, so getting her to do much is very difficult. My mom, however, has every pre-existing condition known to man. So my worry has always been her, more so than my grandmother, because my grandmother's health is good. She just has Alzheimer's. My mom's health is not the greatest, and she's missing a lot of organs that help in immune function, like her spleen and her tonsils, and has diabetes, has kidney issues, has heart issues, has all the issues known to man. So all the things that make you at risk of this being a problem. But so far, as of today, she has not had a fever. We don't know yet if she's positive or not. She got tested today finally because the testing has been really difficult. Again, because my grandmother is bedbound and she didn't want to leave her, so we had to schedule it somewhere nearby where she could just hop in and out. It's been tricky. So yeah, I've been just trying to figure all this out. So sort of I had all this stuff going on personally, and going back to work and being around more people because we're not allowed to work from home primarily anymore. I am doing 2 days of work from home just to kind of like take care of myself, because we've been told that as long as our supervisor's okay with it, it's fine. I work for the state technically, so I have to abide by all the non-rules of the state, and it's been difficult knowing that I am gonna basically be at risk every day starting like in a couple of weeks when everybody rushes back. So it's definitely weighing on my mind just how to take care of myself. And now knowing that my mom is sick and my grandmother, it's been even more difficult. So yeah, I mean, at first, like I said, I just kind of got caught up in life, and then life really caught up to me. So that's where I am right now. I am going to wrap it up here and just kind of post this video. It's a mishmash of little clips on like random moments. This whole vlog series started as a way for me to record like joyful moments in my life in the pandemic. I kind of wish I had started it sooner, because there were moments that were nice in the very beginning when we were all like super anxious, and I still managed to find bits of joy. So that's really the purpose of this vlog, is really to remind myself that there are good times and bad times and look back on them later. But if you get anything out of this, give us a like, subscribe if you enjoy it, leave a comment down below. As I said, I do not have time for any anti-vax nonsense. I won't even humor it, I'll just block you. But yeah, take care of yourselves. The vaccine obviously works. If a very frail old lady and a almost 70-year-old with horrible health has only had a few sneezes and a mild fever so far, then yeah, it works. So take care of yourselves, get vaccinated, mask up, and let's see if we can get through this mess. Bye, guys. This is Editing Grissel, and I am hopping back on for another update. So my mom has, it is now Thursday, and we still have not received her tests, but we are 100% certain she is positive, because she has just started having extreme chills with no fever. So that is definitely COVID. And she has definitely developed congestion. She sounds like she's got a head cold. She says she feels like she's got a very bad cold. I'm asking her constantly, if she's feeling any pain in her back and her chest and her lungs. So far, no. My grandmother has developed also a little bit of like a chesty cold, so they actually did an x-ray today. She has home health care, so they actually have an on-call x-ray department that came over and did an x-ray this afternoon. So we're hoping to hear back, hoping that there's nothing going on in her chest. But otherwise she seems to be fine. My mom feels that she is probably doing okay. She has seen what pneumonia looks like, because I had it when I was a kid. So she says that she doesn't think that my grandmother has gone down that path, but she's not a doctor, and she'll wait until tomorrow. So that is what I have right now as of Thursday night. I just wanted to add this on because this is an ongoing situation, and I'm going to try to put this video out tomorrow, which is Friday.